Reflection for Monday, November 28th. From Romans chapter 6, Paul writes, "Do you not know that all of us who were baptized into Christ Jesus were baptized into his death? Therefore we were buried with him by baptism into death, so that just as Christ was raised from the dead by the glory of the Father, so we also might walk in newness of life." Our daily lectionary serves up these words from Paul now at the beginning of Advent, familiar words, but still perhaps jarring in the way in which they speak of our baptism and our belonging as a sharing not in Jesus' birth, but in his death and his burial. We might have more easily anticipated Christ's nativity as the good news, but instead it is to this dark reality of cross and tomb that he points. Yes, he speaks of resurrection and life, but he does so with this dark proclamation of Jesus' solidarity with us and ours with him in the darkness of death and the tomb. When I think of Advent, I think in a similar fashion of this as a time for seeing not just the light, but the darkness where it appears. We would not see a candle's gentle light if all was bathed in bright light, nor, it could be said, could we see the darkness if there were not this light shining against it. I recall the Advent candles in our home, how in the dark of the evening those candles shone when lit at supper time, and how also such Advent candles would shine in the darkened space of our church at evening services, at first only one, eventually two, and then three, and finally four, as Christmas approached. Their light marked hope and the promise of Jesus. But now we were in this season of anticipation, a time not to rush into the brightness of Christmas, but instead to understand what we needed Christmas for, what we needed Jesus for. Advent was traditionally not just about happy anticipation, but also, like Lent, a penitential season of preparation, a time to recognize and grieve the power of sin, both around and within us. So, dear friends, may we use it thus, this season given to us, as the time to see both the glad glowing of the candles and also the dark where that light must come. Let us truly see that darkness, yet not with despair, but with hope, and let us light our candles.